This is Tracy Allen, aka 9 to 5 Knot, and welcome to What Do You Do? And this is Black History Month. We are celebrating Black History Month with Auset Price, who does natural hair, and she's going to be working on her daughter Digi's hair. So, Auset, thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me on your show.
You're quite welcome. And as you guys see, I know that you guys are like, hey, what happened? So yes, I am rocking the fro in honor of the natural hair and everything, okay? So, but we're going to be talking about natural hair. I know a lot of people are trying to get back to their roots, trying to understand how to take care of your hair and make it look nice. And so Auset is, she's the master at this. She's been doing this for how long? How long have you been doing it?
Let's see. I have been natural for about 15 years, and I've been doing natural hair professionally for about 10 years.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to do Digi's hair. What are you going to want to do to Digi's hair?
What I'm going to be doing to Digi's hair today is 2-strand twists, and of course, the product that I'm using is Design Essential. I'm a distributor for their natural hair care line, and this product here is paraben-free, silicone-free. It is, I know I should be looking at it now. It's okay. But mineral-free. It's a pretty good, it's a really nice product. I do like it, and it helps it hold, give a natural hold to the hair, and it also gives a little shine.
There's a lot of different ethnicities that would like to have natural hair, locks, and everything like that. How does that work for other cultures?
Well, of course, because, our hair is the original hair, and generally it works best on our hair. However, I'm sure everyone sees now everyone is wearing locks. Actually, I have done locks on other groups of people, and it's just a totally different technique that I use to do that.
And now, what are locks?
Okay, the name dread, comes from the Europeans coming over and they seeing this style and say, oh, that's a dreadful style. That's where that comes from.
I never knew that.
Yes, and so I tend not to say dreads.
Okay.
But, some people who are not familiar with locks, in order for you to say, oh, dreadlocks. But I will tell them, in that same breath, they're originally called locks. Call them whatever you want, something different. Sister locks, brother locks, queen locks, king locks, Nubian locks, but don't call them dreadlocks. Of course, we know Dr. Cornwell is the one who patented the sister locks, and she used a particular tool. But it's really, they're generally smaller, more micro. But it's just a different locks, just like jazz. People call it fusion jazz. This jazz is jazz.
Right.
Locks are locks. You can wear them traditional, but most people are wearing them thicker when they're traditional locks, and they free flow, fall wherever, and you have some people refer to the bigger, where you just see maybe 3 locks on some people's heads, and they call those Rasta locks. Or, just people call them different names, like little nicknames.
And how is it to wash it? Is that something that you can wash, or do you have to hold off in between, or how does that work?
Well, you do wash your hair when you have locks, but when you begin the stage of locking, especially depending on your hair texture, you want to focus on keeping your scalp clean, and you can wash your hair, all of it. However, depending, like I said, your texture, you want to be very mindful in how you're cleaning the shaft of the hair. Like you may want to wear a stocking cap, gently, wash the hair, or you can just do the dry wash, where you get a solution like witch hazel, sea breeze, or get a dry wash solution if you have at the salons. I mean, not the salons, but the beauty supply stores that carry them. I mean, you can get creative,
Right.
but the main thing is to keep your scalp clean.
Okay, so now we were brought up with, back in the day we were putting grease in our hair, some Dixie Peach and the
Blue Magic
and
brown something.
oh my goodness, all these different greases that we use. So now do people still use those, and is that something that's healthy? Some people say that it clogs the pores. What do you recommend on that?
Well, I wouldn't recommend those products that we just mentioned. We always want to go with more natural as possible. I mean, you can get as simple as olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil.
And that's just to
it helps soften the hair, keep the hair from being dry, moisture for the hair. Now, another product is shea butter. Now, some people, in the natural hair, world, don't suggest shea butter in the hair. However, I use shea butter in my hair, on my skin, lips, whatever. It all depends, to me, on your hair texture. Because, some people say it's too thick, it can clog the pores and things like that. But it depends on how you use it. You don't need to use a lot of it, but it's very good for people who are like, a lot of the sisters who are balding on the edges. Or, I don't want to say balding.
Well,
they're thinning on the edges because of maybe braids or, just the chemicals or some of that gel that some people use can, break the hair off on the edges and things like that when we're trying to tighten up those ends. We're trying to wear that little ponytail and pull it back and stuff like that. Shea butter is very beneficial for stimulating the scalp. As long as your follicles are not dead, you can bring the hair back. And if you use that shea butter on a regular basis, use it as something medicinal. If you are having that thinning problem, start using it. And I would recommend using it maybe, 2-3 times out of the week and just stimulating those areas in your hair where the hair is thinning.
Okay. And now for the ends of the hair, what do you recommend people do to take care of the ends of your hair?
A lot of people think, when they go to the salons, people, let's blow dry it all out and then split the end. You don't have to do that. A lot of times what I do, I like to just braid the hair up all over and just, trim it up a little bit. You can take the braid and you can see the split ends right there and just trim it up a little bit. Or you got your hair in an afro, just trim those little straight ends that you see. I mean, like I said, natural hair is a way of life. You don't have to be feeling like you got to stress yourself out to keep up with it. Just, go with the flow. It's nothing really difficult to upkeep the natural hair. I don't know why people make it seem so complicated, but I guess over all these years, we grew up with parents that don't even do their natural hair. So, of course, a lot of us haven't seen, our parents doing natural hair, so we don't even know where to start sometimes. Okay, for everyone who has viewed the show, What Do You Do? And you let me know that you viewed the show, I'm offering 50% off on all hairstyles, twists, locks, braids, cornrows, whatever. You will receive 50% off, but you do have to let me know that you have viewed the YouTube video and the show, What Do You Do?
Awesome job, awesome. Very good. Okay, so I think we've covered everything.
Okay.
Everything that we're going to talk about today. And there's a wealth of knowledge that Auset has. And as she begins her blogging journey, she'll be able to share with you guys even more. And maybe someday in the future, we'll be able to have her come back and talk to us some more about natural hair. Because there's so much to know. And there's just not enough time to even really talk about everything that we can talk about regarding natural hair. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this has been Black History Month, and I wanted to make sure that we had someone on that represented Black history, and natural hair is a part of our culture. It is who we are, and we need to represent more. Of course, like I said, I won't be rocking this fro all the time, but it was fun to do for today. But I love Auset's hair, and I do love the natural looks that people are putting out nowadays. So you guys that want to get it going, connect with Auset. She's like I said, she's got a wealth of information for you. So thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you next week. And tune in next Wednesday, 12 noon, to find out who's on What Do You Do. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.
Keep it natural.